0.3.
Ooh, well done, though. Is that on softs or mediums?
Oh,
Cool. Well done. Okay, I need to charge my phone.
right. Little gym. That's the base.
Okay, where are we at? I do believe my lit stream should be live now. Let's get on board with it. Fantastico, yes, it is live, but I do need to put my phone on charge, so just bear with me. So if anyone is watching in the OBF1 channel, just to let you know, my stream crashed, and so now I'm back on, but with a new stream. I'm going to post it in the race chat now as well as driver streams.
OBF1. Yes. That's fine.
So let's have a look.
Alright, so Steven Pino, is he?
Paul Harrison has retired.
He's retired in the pits, to be fair.
Yes.
I think.
No, why though? Why would you do that so early in the session? Oh wow, as we see. Okay, I'm getting an update. So Jonathan Cox has just set his fastest up on a 1:38.5 on mediums, just 2 tenths behind Little Jim. Some serious pace there by the Scuderia driver. Who have we got? I want to watch SpongeBob. He is on a fast lap. I am now on board with him. SpongeBob, immensely quick driver. I'm looking forward to seeing some results to match his pace, because I remember when he got aboard the league how fast he was. I thought he's going to be one of those challenging, and I think when the draw was done and we saw Little Jim paired with SpongeBob, everyone was like, well, Red Bull are going to run away with it. But unfortunately there have been incidents, and well, they aren't. I'm looking at the driver standings and the constructor standings for Tier 1 now, and Red Bull are 5th in the constructors, with Williams in first on 77 points, AlphaTauri in second, McLaren in third, just 1 point ahead of the Haas team in fourth, that being Chris and Moot, and I can't remember who his teammate is, not Varga, but I know there have been a couple of people reserving in place of Varga, who's only attended about 3 races, so we'll see. But SpongeBob is coming around the end of Sector 3. He's done what I call the S's very competently. Wing wide open. What is this going to be? This is looking potentially special. 138.7, good enough for 5th place, as Harv goes sub 138 on a 137.798. That is on the softs, but we're great up there by the Mercedes driver. Sure, he'll be very happy with that. I'm trying to remember what the delta difference is for Baku on the tyres. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Kieran, if you do know, but I think it's about 8 tenths of a second.
It's around 8 tenths to
soft to medium, yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe 1.2.
I don't think it's that much. I think the only track where it's that big of a difference is I'm trying to think
this is
now.
looking good from Safkoff, a Tier 2 driver.
Let's see what is he going to come through with.
It's 13th in the Williams. It's not bad for a Tier 2 driver.
No, it's not, but let's also bear in mind the only driver behind him who has set a time right now is also a Tier 2 driver, and I'm looking at Best Denmark, who, if you remember, we promoted 3,000s. Who?
3,000ths of a second that's what it is between Denmark and Safkoff.
I think you mean 300ths. You've got thousandths, hundredths, tenths. Sorry. But Denmark was originally promoted from Tier 2 to Tier 1 when we were looking to build a grid, wasn't he? So Denmark and CDM yet to settle. I'm still in the pits. I believe, if I remember correctly, CDM is serving a quali ban because of not submitting footage, so CDM will not be doing qualifying and we'll be starting in the Baku grid. And I think, what do you think about Baku for overtaking? I hate it. It's not easy.
It depends where you are on track. There's obviously, you've got the no overtaking zone at all through the castle section. You've got turn 1, you've got turn 2, turn 3, possibly turn 4 as well. No, definitely turn 4 as well.
Turn 4, really? That's a 90-degree turn.
It can be done.
It can be, but not safely.
Both drivers are paying attention, it can be done safely. Turn 5 is risky business, turn 5 and 6.
Right, I'd be more likely to make him turn it move into 5 than I would 4. But I'm actually sitting on board with Antonis right now, looking to see, because obviously Antonis, we've got tier 2 drivers in the Haas, so let's see how Antonis does. He's just won the race at Paul Ricard. Let's see how he does here today at Baku. Coming through the castle section as holy mother of wow, 137.1. Where did that come from, HT? Seriously, where the heck did that come from? That is an insane lap. Fantastic lap there by the Williams driver. Do you see anyone? I don't see anyone beating that. I don't, if I'm honest. I'm looking at and the only driver who hasn't set their fastest lap in the top 7 on the softs is Jonathan Cox, is 6th, now 7th, and he's 1.4 seconds behind H. Taylor. As we see Antonis coming towards the checkered flag, 138.9, pipping Little Jim, sorry not Little Jim, Itzlu, Towney, Andy Modas, and nearly a second faster than any of his fellow tier 2 drivers. Antonis showing some serious pace here. I think this is making me feel less bad about not getting a podium at France. That was a fantastic lap by Antonis, wow. So I'm now on board with the other tier 2 driver, Martin, who is on his outlap. He's going to be coming into sector 3 shortly. Looking forward to seeing how he does. Got a couple of people online with me, so thank you there, guys.
HT's not going to get a lap anytime soon. So
he is going to be. Is he going to be starting?
Up on his time at the minute.
Who's that?
The Juventino. He's currently in
8 attempts. Wow.
8 tenths up, and he's still in sector 1.
We got to sit on board with this, so that's special. I mean, that's putting him close to HT's time.
But he has got a fuel light on, so.
Yes, which means he's running short. Let's see if he can. I mean, he's not.
No, he's 2 seconds up now. He's out of fuel.
Ah, okay. That is a shame for Stay. I hope he can get it back to the pits, because that is some serious pace. He's got 2 minutes to get it out. Well, I'd say a minute 30 to get it out, and to make sure he gets to that fastest lap. But wow, I mean, what are you doing here if you are Short Marcus? He's currently. Short Marcus is actually out on a fast lap on the soft. He's about to start a fast lap.
He's in a good position, to be fair.
Would you be switching onto the softs, or would you be happy with 11th, so to speak? Antonis, by the way, is in 12th. 12 out of 20 drivers. I think that's a fantastic effort from the tier 2 driver.
Agreed, definitely.
So who shall I watch? I'm gonna. Where you can see Mitch is coming around. Just left off the castle section, but where I'm going to sit on board of Short Marcus. He's now in sector 1, coming down to turn 3. Wow, that is a very aggressive, very good line there by Marcus. Let's have a sit on board with this for Marcus.
A little bit twitchy coming through turn 4 then.
You mean turn 5, right? Goes purple. He goes purple in the sector 1. Martin has retired and not setting a lap either. He will start at the back of the grid, but what is Marcus going to be able to choose here? Going through the castle section, this is going to make or break. Fantastic line there by Marcus. shifting down into second a little bit prematurely perhaps, but a fantastic line from Marcus as he goes through to the end of sector 2. Full throttle, 8th gear, 195 miles an hour, braking down, good line, catches a bit of the curve, that's going to cost him some time, but what is Marcus going to achieve here? It's going to be 1:13.4. He's currently 1.1 seconds up, but he has dropped significantly to H. Taylor in that second sector. He needs 1.7 seconds. He will improve. He's going to improve, and this could potentially put Marcus in second place. But let's see. Full throttle, 205 miles an hour now. Headed towards the home straight, and it's going to be a 1:37.5 second place for Marcus. 2 purple sectors. The question I have to ask here, Marcus just set 2 purple sectors, 1 and 3, so we know he's compromising on the downforce to get that speed. But where is H. Taylor gaining effectively 7/10 of a second in sector 2? Because H. Taylor was who's now actually parking up. H. Taylor is risking disqualification if he continues parking up, being parked in a dangerous location. I hope he starts moving, otherwise... Okay, good. That could have been potentially interesting. So I'm actually on board with H. Taylor right now. Yeah, and that would be a fun thing to see from arguably one of the best drivers in this league. But the question is, where is H. Taylor? How is H. Taylor gaining 7/10 of a second? He really is pushing the limits here. I know he wants to be the last driver, but he's left himself 20 seconds to do sector 3. I don't think that's enough time. I think he's actually, forgive me for saying it, screwed himself by doing this, but he doesn't need to. He does not need to do this lap. He's got 10 seconds. He's not going to make it to the finish line. There's no way he is making it to the finish line in time. He's not going to do it. 2, 1.
Oh, he just done it.
Wow! Talk about perfection. Now, but here's the thing. I want to know where H. Taylor is gaining this time in the second sector. I really want to know this, because Marcus went purple in sector 1 and H. Taylor was 7/8 ahead of him in sector 2. So I want to see H. Taylor do sector 2, because he's obviously running more downforce to combat the tricky corners. And the battle right now in Tier 1 is between H. Taylor and Short Marcus, isn't it, if I remember correctly? Driver standings, yeah, I mean H. Taylor's got a 10-point lead over Marcus. There's a good line there through. I'm surprised to see CDM on the track. I did think he had a quali ban. He does, doesn't he? If my knowledge serves me correctly, CDM has a quali ban. I'm going to actually check now. Yes, CDM has a quali ban. He sets his slap, and I think he's putting himself in risk of a race ban for the next race. So CDM, if you're watching the stream, get back in the pits, mate. You have a quali ban.
Well, he's not going to fit a competitive time like that, though, is he?
No, but he is going to... He's out on track. He should not be out on track right now. He has a quali ban, and the quali bans have to be served. Look at Southcroft. He went from last to 30th, and H. Taylor has a ban set, knowing he doesn't need to do it. So that is quali over. I can see Jim is heading back around to the pits. He does have low fuel, so but that is the quali. So if you want to get onto Twitter, do what you've got to do, Mr. Reese, and I will run us through the standings. So we have got, whoa, half pipping Little Jim to second by 5.5 hundredths of a second. So the grid is going to be HT, our championship leader, starting first, Harv in the Mercedes starting second, the Red Bull of Little Jim third, Short Marcus fourth, SpongeBob, Red Bull driver, going unnoticed kind of in his conquest to get towards the front, but fifth place, a very credible lap there by SpongeBob, glad to see it. But Jonathan Cox in sixth, Townie in seventh, Denmark in the highest placed AlphaTauri in eighth, Stephen Tino in ninth in the Alfa Romeo, followed by his teammate Fatir in 10th. And then free choice half tyres go to Mitch in 11th. Cider Space in 12th. Savkov's were so the highest T2 driver, Savkov, by a 800ths of a second over Antonis. Eat my dust in 15th. Paul Harrison retiring early. That can't have been planned. I'm thinking he must have had an incident. Itzlu 17th, Sanchez in 18th, CDM obviously not setting a time with his qualifying, and Martin retiring from qualifying will start at the back of the grid in 20th position. So we've got a full grid. We are ready to go here at Baku. As always with OBF1, we will be straight into it. So let's see how this goes.
I'm quite surprised that Itzlu is so low down.
So I've got a message here from Jonathan Cox saying he hates Baku, yet he's qualified in the top 6, so you're not doing too bad, John. And here's the funny thing is that pre-winning Japan last year on F1 2020, I hated Japan. I kind of like it. But it's always those tracks that we hate that we tend to do better on because we drive more conservatively. Don't you think so, Kieran? We don't go so crazy.
Well,
because we have less confidence in the track, so we don't go as crazy as we would perhaps with a track we're more confident.
Well, I go a bit crazy.
But you're Kieran, so. But you did grow up France, so. Right, so we are at the get-go. 5 lights. How does HT start? That's a good start by Harv. Harv, I think he's going to have the line on HT into the first corner. He's got the inside. HT gives him enough space. And no, he holds first place.
That Marcus round.
Whoa, Paul Harrison is out. Paul Harrison is out of the race and Antonis has got wing. And guess what? We've got a safety car. Did I call it or did I call it?
Oh, Paul Harrison.
I called it. No, he's not. CDM is out. Lewis has a 5-second penalty. TRM has a 5-second penalty already. This is going crazy. Cyberspace has left the session. Cyberspace is still in the race, isn't he? Okay, I'm gonna drop Cyberspace an invite. I'm gonna drop him a very quick invite. Obviously, the last thing you want to do as any driver is lose connection. So let's get this sorted. See, it's shown as him in the session, so I can't re-invite now, but I will do. But wow, we are at... For some reason, my stream is not showing right now. It's showing me... Oh yeah, okay, I know why. That's fine. Okay, so... Yep, there we are. So, we are under safety car conditions after a lap 1, turn 1 incident. Kieran, I'm going to go get a drink very quickly. I will be right back if you wish to take over the virtual comms. Thank you.
Right, yeah, Twitter as well, right. So, it's been an interesting first lap. I want CDM to tell me what happened. So, CDM, if you're watching, please tell me. So, we got SpongeBob in the pits. Well, did everyone pit? No, not everyone pit. We've got a lot in the pits. So we got SpongeBob, Tommy, Mitch, Steve, and Tina Denmark. Short Marcus, he's got damage from that spin. I gotta find out what happened. Right, so there's not much to commentate on really at the minute with the safety car. I was gonna say I wasn't expecting this on lap 1, but kind of was. So the order as it is now, HJ retains. Is there any position changes? There probably is. So the order now, HJ stays where he is, Harv stays with in second, XG Little Jim stays in third, and Jonathan Cox is up 2 places to 4th. FDH is up 5 places. Beth Safkov's up 6 to 6. He's up 7th, sorry. You got Eat My Desk up 8th. That's quite impressive. Fair play to him. He's up 8 to 7th. You got Sidespace up 4 to 8. Antonis is up 5 to 9. Lou's up 7 to 10. Sanchez is up 7 to 11. SpongeBob has dropped 7 places down to 12. Townie's dropped 6 down to 13. Mitch has dropped 3. Quite a disappointing start from Mitch, to be honest there. We've got Steve Ventino has just dropped 6 places as well. And obviously short marks for the spin, he dropped 12. He's going to be disappointed with that first lap. We got Denmark dropped 9th to 17th, and we got Martin up 2 places, and he's currently in the pit. And I believe we have feedback.
We do have feedback. I was just starting to look at the stats, i.e. who's pitted onto what tyres. Obviously we had a lot of pits from 12th down to what is now 18th.
Yeah, there was quite a few in there.
And I will be honest in saying I'm intrigued to see how Stay, Denmark and Martin progress in this race. Particularly though, Stay, for the simple reason, I remember when we launched this league back in February, and round 3 at Hanoi, the circuit that never was, as I like to call it, because we never actually raced an F1 racer. He made his hards last at Hanoi, which is not easy on tyre wear, 24 laps out of 27. So I'm intrigued to see how Stay can manage his tyres. When it comes to managing tyres, I think there are not many drivers better in the league than Stay Juventino. So I'm going to look forward to seeing how he progresses. But thing is, he's got a lot of traffic ahead of him, including... Sorry, my apologies there. I just saw Cyberspace drive through TRM, and I was like... and TRM picks up a 5-second penalty for Cyberspace driving through him. I'm sure he's going to get that removed, but I think Cyberspace Goshen disconnected. I'm not right now on board with Hub. Safety car is in his lap, so obviously HT is the de facto safety car. He will choose when to put the throttle down.
Bring it back on his rubber.
Yes. I'm looking forward to this. But I'm also expecting the top 5 to scream ahead of the likes of Safkov, TRM, Sideface, and Tonis, all on the mediums. And here goes Tay. Fantastic launch there. Jim is going to have to get that position back because Harv was not paying as much attention. But, yep, so Jim has given the place back. Harv back up to second, and HT. Harv actually getting quite a bit of speed out of that corner, however, using 20% DRS just to catch up to HT. And like I said, I'm expecting a gap to start to form between Savkov and FTH. FTH on the much faster soft tyres, and I believe a podium finisher in Tier 1. So let's see how the top 5 progress over the next few laps. I think they're going to want to try and stretch these out to about lap 11, and then pit to the softs, pit to the medium. Sorry. So let's see how they do. I'm also seeing that the 3 hard drivers are now down in 16th, 17th and 18th place, so they've lost some positions.
As you say that, they have 2 game positions.
Getting past Sanchez, I'm guessing he went wide. Sanchez, he must have wing damage, Sanchez. He must have wing damage. He's just let Martin. He's let Martin pass. Martin and Sanchez. I'm thinking they've had a collision because they are both really struggling right now. They're going to be back in the pits, and Martin, having used his hard tyres, this is another reason I do not like to switch to my hard tyres early, because if you do, especially after a safety car period, and then you need to pit, you've just taken your one-stop strategy to a 3 or 4-stop strategy, and he's sort of really going to struggle. Well, I think Martin is really going to struggle. Could you make the hards last 22 laps in clear traffic? Yes. So Sanchez will have a battle in his hand. Exactly. Would you want to, is the question. And both of these drivers are reserving, so we'll see. And Martin is out. Martin lost it through the S's coming in sector 3.
That's another safety car.
We might get a lap of clean racing. We may. Sanchez, interestingly enough, does not pit. So he can't have damage. I'm guessing he just either doesn't have the pace or he's not comfortable with the car. But we've got yet another safety car. So 5 laps in and second safety car. Like I said, I'm hoping we get some racing. It would be nice.
I was quite surprised we didn't get a safety car in France when the rain came up.
I wasn't. We've got less drivers. There are some decent gaps, and France is a very wide track. Where can you really retire in France? Where? Huh?
Someone would find a way.
It would. I think for a retirement in France, it needs to be collision based. Like when I did my 50% practice earlier, I had my strategy set. That's why I went. I used all 3 sets of my softs for quali, because I knew I've got the pace and I need to get to the front of the grid, and I can make a soft hard strategy work. I knew I could. So that was my plan. It would have worked had it not been for the rain, but there are not many places you can retire in France. It's not a street circuit, it's a very, very wide circuit. The only way you're losing it, as we see H. Taylor takes the pits. I think he'll be switching to the top 5 all pitting, so Savkov will take the lead. Tier 2 driver taking the lead here at Baku in Tier 1. Fantastic. But we will see H. Taylor. This is going to be very interesting. We've got a lot of drivers in the pits, but where is the lead driver going to come in? So H. Taylor coming out the pits and joining in 10th, right behind. Now I know from the previous OBF1 versus F1 Fast Life battle, Stay and H. Taylor are good friends. They've known each other on the racing track for a while. How much? I think we pay a lot of drivers a lot of respect in this league, and I think we're going to see some very hard, good battling between these two, because Stay's not going to want to give up this position. I was surprised to see not only one of the drivers who has pitted onto the hards, and Antonis, because I'm not sure mediums are going to do 20 laps. I don't think they're going to do it. What do you reckon?
Oh, it's cutting it close, to be fair.
Yes. And if we only do 5 laps of racing in the next 20, yes, possible. Just in the sense of, obviously, we've had we're now 6 laps in and we've had 1 lap of racing, so
I just want to point out a fun fact. The grid today, all the top 6 were all British drivers. That's because
were they?
Forgot that Mercedes.
I'm sorry, say that again.
That's because George Russell got Mercedes, so they gave it to them British drivers good luck.
So what you're saying is that the simulation grid, like what we've got here, because the drivers they represent were all top 6. We're all British, yeah? So let's have a butchers. So we had H. Taylor, have. So you've got a Mercedes. Oh, hello, this was quick. Okay, cool. Let's get back on board with Eat My Dust. Let's see how him and Savkov deal with this restart.
I just noticed that Savkov has finessed his way into first place.
He started on the mediums. He started on the mediums. He doesn't want to pit yet. I do not, to be honest, I don't blame him. With the safety car. And he's launching. Catches out Eat My Dust. His SpongeBob is right on the back of Eat My Dust. Is he going to make the move into turn 1? Nope. He breaks early. Side. Oh wow! Eat My Dust runs wide and SpongeBob gets the place. He's got the place, yes, he's got the place, and now he's going to want to make that move.
Contact between Antonis and it's Lou. And Lou was very close to getting wing damage if he got pushed into that wall.
Savkov has already got a 7/10 of a second lead over SpongeBob. Let's see if he can hold this or and expand on it.
Oh, we got HT battling Harv. Now he's right up his gearbox.
Harv has passed HT. And Steve and Tino. HT is dropping back. He is dropping back. Stay. Yes, no, you're right actually. Stay catching the curb there. Getting on the... I don't think he does, but he's on a much slower tyre. Whoa, I can't believe the amount of cars I'm seeing go side by side into the pre-castle section. Stay, great line there into the castle section. Oh! And Jonathan Cox and Stay make contact. Stay lost it out of the end of castle. He's going to be a sitting duck here. He's going to have Jim, Jonathan and Fatir all on his rear wing. Jonathan and Little Jim having to battle for position there. Stay makes contact with the barrier. Jonathan Cox is past. Is Jim going to get past on the inside? Yes, he is. I've got to say on board Little Jim for this. Yes, he is past. However, he's going to have a compromise line going into the S's. Fantastic driving there by Jim. Getting past Stay. Stay heavy on the EOS. And he's get a much better straight line speed than Little Jim, I'm guessing, because Jim did have to take a compromised line into those S's. But, wow. Where am I?
Eat My Dust went very wide into turn 1.
Oh, and we've got contact between Mitch and Cyberspace. Mitch compromised out of turn 2. And he's going to be challenged by his teammate here. Denmark is on the outside. He's on the hards. Mitch on the mediums. Mitch has got space to squeeze in there. And Harv and Denmark are giving him plenty of space. Harv is up to 5th from 11th in 1 lap. That is fantastic driving by the Mercedes driver. And Mercedes currently 5-6. I'm sure that is going to change as the race progresses. We've got Hayes Taylor alongside Cyberspace. Cyberspace utilising such a great line there to block off HT, but is it just delaying the inevitable? I have to wonder. Oh, HT and Cyberspace both getting weird lines through the castle section, compromising their exits. Is this going to allow Mitch to catch up? We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Who is this?
Oh, there's SpongeBob DNF. He's hit the wall.
No!
That's another safety car on lap 8. I was riding on board with SpongeBob as well. He was trying to get past Safcon.
Through the castle section.
Where is he? Just after it.
Just trying to figure out castle and around. I'm guessing does Safkov have damage, because we saw a similar situation at where is Safkov?
Safkov's still in first.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, okay. Safkov does not have any. Here's the question for you: would you be pitting right now? If you're on the mediums, you started on the mediums. I'd take the only driver to start on the mediums that still needs to pit. Any driver, everyone has pitted besides one driver, Savkov and Eat My Dust. Eat My Dust is pitting, onto the hards, I think. Yeah, Eat My Dust is in the pits. He's changing onto the softs.
That I would not do. I would have gone onto hard first.
But he's not the only one. Sanchez and Mitch have also done it. Lou, coming out the pits, is going to be on the hards. That's a sensible choice.
Well,
why? Yes, well, this will be lap 5. We've had 3 laps of racing. 2 laps there, 1 lap post the first safety car before it was called. But yeah, we've had more laps under safety car than we have not. So I'm stunned. I am absolutely stunned. Yeah. I
think it's either 1 or 2 more safety cars, and this race is null and void. No, English, null and void.
I don't know, because I don't know what the rules are. I believe we abolished the 50% rule, didn't we? I can't remember. Obviously, that will be down to the discretion of yourself and the other admins. But with 3 safety cars in and we're line laps in, this is.
So that's after the safety car, there will be 9 laps under safety car. So that's
maybe they might start reducing the safety car influence because of the amount of safety cars.
That's 2 tier races now that had so many safety cars. Tier 1, sorry.
I don't know what to say because I'm not going to say anything, and I'm seeing a very big gap between Savkov in first and the safety car. Why? Because it's not like the safety car is not in this lap, so why Savkov must have to catch up with the safety car, otherwise he's potentially at risk of getting a penalty.
Is there a glitch in the Delta still up, maybe?
I doubt it because it's the full safety car. If you don't have the safety car out, you don't have a Delta. And that would have been on lap 8 once SpongeBob retired, not pre-SpongeBob retiring. So, I don't know. But we are on lap 10. Savkov's still deciding not to pit. I can't fathom what his strategy is going to be.
I think he's going to stick with an original strategy, pit around laps maybe like 16 to
20.
18.
If we've had 3 laps of racing in a 10-lap race. If he's not got the tyres to get this through to lap 20 and then smash it onto the softs, then I don't see the point in him not pursuing this. Because the thing is, I think it's fair to say, Eat My Dust, Sanchez and Mitch are all going to have to pit again. On them softs, they are going to have to pit again. So, how are they going to manage this? Like, what are the plans? Are they calculating on several more safety cars? I think that's a risky strategy to take. Like, I would have done what Slew has done and pitted onto the hards. Because, as Savkov has done, starting, I think he's up 12 places?
He is up quite far, I'm not sure how many places.
I'm going to have a look now. Position change. Yeah, he's up from 13th to what first? So, he's up 2 places. I think Highharv has spun. Okay. Because he lost a couple of places there to Harv, to H. Taylor in Denmark. But as I was saying...
The position's definitely changed.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Harv lost it, but he didn't lose it to the point that the drivers were allowed to keep that overtake. But, oh, short Marcus getting very close to Savkov there. Now, there is a... You didn't get a notification saying the safety car was in this lap, did you?
I did not, or if I did, I didn't see it.
Neither did I, because I was watching for it. But Savkov is a long way behind. I mean, he's dropped the gauntlet now. He's going to catch up with the safety car. So, the safety car is not in this lap. I can see the lights. The safety car is still out, so what?
What's Savkov playing?
I don't know. But the thing is, he's risking himself getting a penalty here. Because he's more than 10 car lengths behind the safety car.
He's well more than 10.
Yeah, exactly. And normally when you get that, you get a 30-second warning. I think I know what he's doing. Like, he's holding back so that he can then get some speed and keep some warmth in the tyres. But the thing is, you're not going to get that much warmth around the rest of the track. You're going to just have to do it once the safety car comes in and you become the de facto safety car. And that's the great thing you have about being in first. But again, why is he not pitted? I cannot figure this strategy out for the life of me. I'm intrigued to see how it continues, and I'm hoping. Well, we had 1 lap of race. We had no laps of racing before the first safety car. We had 1 lap of racing before the second safety car. We had 2 laps of racing post the third safety car. I'm hoping we get 3 laps of racing before the next one. I'm hoping. Let's see. Kieran, you're breaking up, mate.
Have a go.
Sorry?
Have break up.
Yeah, you're still not strong, so it's either you or me. Yeah, I'm not getting you, mate. Shot Marcus ahead of Savkov. He's going to have to get position back. And is the safety car coming in a slap? Yes, finally. Let's hope we actually get some racing.
Green flags, mate.
Harv has pitted.
He has.
So what is he now on? He's gone to the hards. Why he did it when he did, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Savkov already dropping the gauntlet. Wow. I think he's going to catch the safe. No, he's not going to catch the safe car. He's gone early. And the drivers behind him are stunned. There's already 2.5 seconds between first and fifth. Jonathan Cox right on the back of Denmark. All of them smashing their DRS to keep up. Jonathan Cox on the inside of Denmark. Is the driver going to complete the move? He does one wide. Denmark on the inside. Is he going to get this move completed into turn 2? No, he backs off. Thinking better of it. Jim on 6. Now he's going to be right on it.
Anthony's just lost some rear end. He managed to keep it in check though.
Watching Jim, who's inside the Denmark into turn 3. And completes the move. Little Jim up to 5th. Now looking to catch up with Jonathan Cox in the Ferrari. HT right on the back of short Marcus. 7/10 gap between Marcus and Savkov.
Is there any message?
HT that out breaking himself and nearly getting very close to Marcus's rear wing. It's now Marcus right on the back of Savkov. Just a couple of turns makes such a big difference up post the safety car restart. We're already seeing a gap form between HT and Jonathan Cox of over a second. Put in HT already out of having to worry about DRS range behind him.
We got Mitch right on the back of Antonis' gearbox trying to make it in. Oh, that's tight. That's really tight. Mitch gives Antonis the space though. Oh. Mitch is keeping his ERS on while making a turn. That's quite risky.
Top 3 are all within about 70% to 90% ERS. It's amazing.
Alright, Mitch is now getting him past.
Marcus has got the move on Savkov. I can't believe how tight this is. HT is right on the back of Marcus. He's going to have to yield. And Marcus and Savkov made contact into turn 1. But Savkov keeping a hold of first position. Marcus on the inside. There is contact again between the McLaren and Alpine. Who's going to have the better run out of turn 2? Marcus seems to have the speed coming into turn 3. HT eases off a bit to not make this a 3-man way into turn 3. Marcus taking the lead of the race. Savkov dropping to 2nd and HT are right on the back of Savkov. He's going to want to get past his teammate as soon as possible to continue battling Marcus. Savkov, as we know, still to pit. Seeing what I am noticing is HT having so much more ERS than the other 2 drivers. Where are we? So we'll position change. We're going to just look at their tyres. So and HT are on 6 old mediums now. Could he potentially make these last to the end of the race? Because he's done 2 safety car periods underneath him. It's got the potential, especially if there's one more. Marcus, I think, will need to pit again on 10-lap old mediums. Savkov has to pit because he's on the same tyres he started on.
I'm on board with IHAV at the minute, and he's right on the back of it.
HT's lost it! HT has lost it out of the S's! He's turning it around. How he did not just take his wheel off there, I am stunned. But HT is now down to 15th place. He is going to have to pit if he does not have wing damage. I want to know how. But HT with his ERS on heads into the pits. Yes, he's wow. So I'm now heading back up
side by side with this Lou. IHAV gets past turn 1. Is Lou going to try and make it back into turn 2? No, he's not.
I want to see how Mitch does. Mitch being our highest ranked driver on the soft tyres currently. 1.4 seconds behind Steve Tino, who is 11 laps old, hard tyres. So Mitch should have, if Mitch has not caught up to stay in the next lap, he's done something wrong. His ERS is already down to 40%. But he looked like he had to take an alternate line there through pre-castle section. Who are you watching? FTH and Towney?
Yeah.
This is an immense battle. I'm watching it from the back. I'm on board with Mitch as we speak, who's got a 2-second gap over Cyberspace on the hards. He has caught Steve and Tino at an alarming rate. Short Marcus already with a 2-second gap over Savkov. The Mercedes driver showing his ability here, and I cannot wait to see what we get from H. Taylor. 25 seconds behind Sanchez. He's begging for another safety car or this championship lead he's going to lose, with his title rival Marcus in first place comfortably. A 2-second buffer to Little Jim in third, with Savkov still needing to pit. I'm on board with Mitch, who's got ERS. He's using his DRS as well, getting past Steve Tino, but he has drained it, and Steve Tino still has a lot in reserve. Fell 40% compared to Mitch's 24. As they head down towards turn 2, Steve will get DRS on Mitch, but Mitch is in a DRS train, so I'm gonna FT8.
Oh, I thought he was going into the wall.
Okay. I just want to see 3 laps of racing. I've called it and I want to see it. And we're now on lap 3. So we've got Little Jim is right on the back of Savkov. The Williams versus Red Bull driver. Williams leading the constructors, and Red Bull 26 points behind. So it's all on Little Jim. It is all on Little Jim now with Swan's time. As Jim clips the curve coming into the castle section. The turn before the castle, but kept it together. Great driving there by Little Jim, who is right on the back of Savkov. So is Jonathan Cox, so he's only 3 tenths behind Little Jim. He's going to get a double slipstream here, and Savkov is going to be at the mercy. When does Savkov pit? He has got to get off. Jonathan Cox running wide into, I think it's turn 13 or 14, but running very wide there, and Little Jim now being able to take the race to Savkov. He's got that gap over John Cox now, 9/10 of a second. What does Jim do here? He's got the slipstream. He's going to have DRS. He's got 50% ERS. This should be an easy move.
As well on the back straight.
I think Savkov has pitted. Savkov has pitted. And now Jim has got that magnanimous task of catching up. A 2.3 second lead Short Marcus currently has on him. But again, the question is, Marcus going to be able to make these mediums last 23 laps? We've got 10 laps to go. He's on 13 lap old mediums. Is he going to be able to make them last? Jim, John and Tier. I think he's begging for it. He's begging for it. He's got the pace, he's got the skill, but I think without some HT, big surprise setting the fastest lap of the race. HT is already up to 13th from 16th. He has passed Itzlu on 5 lap old mediums. He has passed, and Antonis Eat My Dust have also pitted and gone behind him. So HT is 11 seconds behind his teammate Savkov, who were second, third at the time. So that's how much time that's been cost HT after de facto. But interestingly enough, Savkov has gone to the mediums. I don't think they're going to last 10 laps of clean racing if we get it. I think he's going to be really feeling it by the end of the race. Little Jim now just 1.5 seconds behind Marcus. He is really hunting down the McLaren driver. He wants that gap. He wants DRS. And he's got the potential to get it here. 1.1. 1.2. Okay, I think he's just lost that. Marcus getting a little bit of a better exit. Like I said, I think Marcus has got his car set up for sectors 1 and 3. With Baku being such a diverse circuit, and you've got 2 high-speed fast straights sectors, but then sector 2 is so different. You have to find which are you going. Yeah, you have to figure, are you going to focus sectors 1 and 3? Are you going to focus sector 2? Hence why I think we saw HT gaining so much time in second sector over Marcus. But or are you just going to somewhere in the middle and compromise yourself a little bit on each of the sectors? We can see
Mitch
Marcus. Mitch, I'm not surprised he's gonna. Is he got a wing change? Is that a wing change?
Have a wing change, you know.
Let's have a quick look.
We got Sanchez with a wing change as well. So was there contact?
I don't think it is, because he's only a couple of seconds behind. He's only what, 4 seconds behind HT, and there was quite a big gap in them, saying that HT did spin. So I think there must have been some sort of wing change. Little Jim is now within DRS range of Short Marcus. Is the Red Bull driver.
Stavkov's gone back up to 10th as well.
Yeah, and there's been some pits behind him. So the only driver behind Stavkov who hasn't re-pitted is it's Slew on 6-lap pole mediums, and he should be able to get them to the end, I think. So Shippy has clean air, but he has got Eat My Dust right behind him and Mitch right in front of him. So clean air, no. Right, so Little Jim utilising his ERS as much as he can to stay within that second and get the DRS. Is he going to get it? Yes, he's going to get it. He's got it. He's going to be able to use this now. He's got 2 fast sectors now. Marcus is going to be very fast on these straights, but Jim has got the DRS. He's closing 8 tenths, 7 tenths, 6. What is Marcus going to be able to do to defend here? Jim is faster in sector 2, and now he's got DRS, sorry. This is going to be tight. We've got Fatir and Jonathan Cox, best friends, also battling for 3rd place. But Marcus able to hold off Jim for now. Do you reckon this is a case of when, not if? What do you think, Kieran?
Well, we've got a few laps to go. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it if I were Jim.
No, what I mean, it's a case of when he passes Marcus rather than if he passes Marcus. He's got this DRS in sectors 1 and 3. He's got a better setup for sector 2. As we can see, he was closing so much time in sector 2 before having DRS. I now really do believe, with things as they are, this is going to be Jim's race to lose.
Jim
Marcus
does seem to be struggling with dirty air though, from the back of Short Marcus's car coming through that castle section.
Yes, but he is considerably catching Marcus on the straights. They've both got similar levels of ERS, but Jim will have DRS, so I think it's going to be an interesting battle. However, is Marcus going to be able to make 23 lap old mediums last? Is the question.
That is the ale though. Yeah.
Denmark is up to 6th. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. A Ferrari. Jonathan Cox is retired. That's and I think Marcus just got his dream, as did Jim. This is going to be a very interesting battle. Who's going out? Who's staying in?
They both pitted.
You know, but everyone else is this going to be literally bam, bam, bam? We're everyone pitting now onto the softs. We're going to have some double stacking. We're going to have some grid rearrangements. Fatir and Stay both are pitting.
I think Savkov's made a mistake here. He's got 2 lap old softs and he's pitted with only a couple of laps left.
Why? He's got 3. He's got 3, and he's pitting onto the mediums. Savkov, I think this was your race to lose there, and you've just lost it by pitting. You're going to have 3 laps under safety car, which is what? 19, 20, 21. 5 laps of hardcore racing.
I would have stuck with the softs.
I'm sticking like glue.
Back to the Twitter.
And yes, unlucky there, Jonathan Cox. Unlucky, my friend. Gonna get my stream up. Let's see, I've got some comments. Let's have a quick look.
Guys, come on. Comment on my stream. You're boring, man. 50. Who was it that retired?
It was John Cox. He lost it out the S's. I call them the S's. I don't know what they called in real life, but I'm calling them the S's because they kind of remind me of the Senna S's at Brazil. So yeah, high speed and yeah. So right, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back, my friend.
Yeah, no worries. Who are you? It's been an interesting 20 laps. More like 5 laps, really. We haven't enough free flag racing. But I think if Jim can judge Marx's restart to perfection, I think Jim could get him in the next lap. So,
Problem being there is no rival, whether you're in a party channel, is going to tell you when he's dropping the gauntlet.
no, of course not.
And that is the great thing about being a de facto safety car. Interestingly enough, HT up to 7th. He's on 5 upload mediums. What's your prediction for HT?
Who's in front of him? We got
Denmark, Half, Townie, Fatir, Jim, and Marcus.
He's got Denmark on new softs. Everyone above him is on new softs.
Everyone around him is on new softs.
I
The only
think
drivers who didn't
he's gonna struggle, I think, to be honest. I know he's a good driver, he's a quality driver, but with the likes of Steve and Harv in front of him, I know he got Denmark as well.
Stays behind him, mate.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said stay and Harv ahead of him.
Oh, well, you're staying behind him, he's going to attack. 100%, he's going all out. You got Denmark, yeah, he's good, but I think HJ will get the top on him easy. And then you got the likes of Half, who's going to defend for his life.
Really?
Oh, that's what I think.
I've got Half. Half has had a great race, but as a defender, he's an attacker. You've got some drivers who are attackers, you've got some that are defenders. I am a defender. Half is an attacker. I've always thought that about him, which is not a bad thing. You need those sorts. You need both mixture of drivers to make for good racing. Like we saw in the race between me and, was it Schnitzy? He's an attacker, I'm a defender, and I defended him off had it not been for my penalties. But anyway, we're going to get going with the restart. Marcus, de facto safety. For Tier, it's half a second behind little Jim. When is Marcus going to drop at the gauntlet? I think he's doing a Valtteri. And he's gone, he has gone! Perfect timing as Jim swerving!
Jim's got caught napping there.
Yes, he has. And he outbreaks himself!
It's gone wide. Jim, oh, HT.
HT down to 7, he's got on the inside of... And, no, Denmark holds it, Denmark holds it. No position changes, not a single position change in the top 9. Mitch up to 10th, Antonio to 11th, Itzlu in 12th, and Savkov down to 13th. Seeing I have go a bit wide there, now Denmark is right on his back. I thought there was going to be contact there, I thought there was going to be contact there.
There was on my screen.
It might have been a tap, it might be light green now, but we'll see if that affects Denmark. He's still got some... Oh! Tony spun it! He lost it out of the chicane, and now he's dropped 2 places to Half, and we've got HT diving on his side, and that was, unless HT made that move to avoid a collision, that was stupid. As I see Denmark on board with Denmark connecting at the castle section, Itzlu is retired, he's lost it in the castle, and we've got a 5th safety car of the race. Right, so I'm trying to remember. So this was 1 hour and 5 minutes ago we started. Okay, cool. I don't know what to say.
There's 15 laps under safety car.
Yes, it will be if we get 3 laps of safety car here. But that would take 21. 21's only going to be half a lap. You've then got 22, 23. I don't think it's going to be. But what I'm interested in, I'm pitting onto soft right now. If I'm Eat My Dust, Antonis and Sanchez, I am. And HT does take to the pits. Savkov does not, so does Mitch. The way I see it here is if I get onto the softs, fresh softs, I've got a much better chance. I'm surprised HT pitted because he's got the raw pace and he's just dropped himself out the points with his title rival in first. He did not need to do that, I don't think. If HT finished 6th, for example, but saying that, he does have the 3-second penalty, and he's probably just made it worse for himself. Will HT the only driver right now with a penalty, and there will be other drivers who, with the 5-second penalties they got at the start of the race, will want to get them removed. I don't think that was a smart decision there by Taylor. I really don't. So, but I do have a feeling that this is going to be a 1 to 2 lap safety car at most, either in lap 22 or lap 23, because we are within the last 5 laps of the race. The safety car's not staying out for 3 laps. But yes, yet another safety car. 4 safety cars, 6 retirements from the race in Paul Harrison, CDM, both of whom retired on the first lap. Martin bringing out the second, Martin retiring, SpongeBob bringing out the second safety car, Jonathan Cox bringing out the third safety car, and Itzley bringing out the 4th safety car. So, and it is to be expected on a street track you're going to have more safety cars, but 7 safety cars effectively in a 52 lap race is what we've had over Monday and over Wednesday, so this is surprising. Anyway, you were going to say so, Kieran?
Well, Antonis has posted in the Discord apologising to Lou for rear-ending him.
Ah.
So it looks like Antonis put Lou out of the race, obviously by accident, because he said he had no front wing. So he's obviously misjudged the braking there.
Mm-hmm.
But Lou's definitely not going to be happy about that.
No, of course not. I don't think any driver would be being rear-ended. So. And if you know you have no front wing, well then you should be taking it easier. As we see Antonis and Eat My Dust pitting. Right, I've got a message from...
I'm going to refresh my stream, because it says I started streaming 36 minutes ago.
That's fine.
Now it says 77, so if there's any comments there, I haven't actually seen them. There's not. No one likes me.
It's fine. Right, I need to... I'm getting some nasty messages on my stream, so that person can go away.
Right, I have a discussion for you while the safety car is going on.
Go for it.
What do you think about the Codemasters Twitter and the suspected release date of Port Mayo being next Monday, with them putting different letters into their tweets that spelt the first 2 with P and O? What's your opinion on that?
Did they do an hour on the 3rd day?
I don't know, I haven't actually looked at it.
But, because if they didn't, it could be PO Box. They're giving their address for you to send in complaints about their glitches.
Yeah, we need that.
That's definitely after France. But we are safety car in this lap.
Okay, better get tweeting before I have a look at their Twitter.
Yes, that's...
I don't, yeah. Gren flag.
Going to bother little Jim, who's already got his ERS on. He's not making the same mistake again. Savkov, 5-second penalty for a collision with Sanchez.
Savkov.
Savkov in front of Sanchez, so Sanchez is rear-ended. Savkov, I'm guessing. That will be up for debate on how. And shot Marcus drops. Little Jim was not getting caught napping there. Harv right on the back of Fatir. I'm on board with Harv now. Is he going to make a move into turn 1? No, but Fatir does run a bit wide. However, Harv had to brake a bit early to avoid contact with Fatir. So, where we're going, and we've got a yellow flag. Who is the car down? It is Sanchez. Sanchez, stay. Stay has lost it. It's out of turn 1. I'm guessing there was a collision. And we're heading down towards turn 3 now. Harv very late on the brakes. Stay has retired. Yep. Stay has retired.
Oh, Sanchez and TRM. Oh, he just made that move. Wait.
No, Sanchez lost it in turn 1.
He's still on the track.
Yeah. What I mean is he lost positions in turn 1. I think he had a collision coming through turn 1 with Stay Martina, who has now retired. So, but I'm still on board with Harv. He's going to want. No, he wasn't. It was just.
Are you sure? Because he just overtook Eat My Dust, and he's still behind him on the leaderboard. So he's a lap down.
He's not showing as ahead of Eat My Dust in mine. He's a few seconds behind him. I think you're having connection issues. And Sanchez definitely has wing damage. But I'm going to stick on board for the battle for first. Already, Jim has pulled out a second gap over Fatir. He's right on the back of Marcus with 2 laps to go. That's some very late braking there from Jim, but again closing the gap. Fatir holds off Harv, but Fatir does again run wide. Will Harv be able to get him on the last corner? Now where is H. Taylor? H. Taylor is currently in 10th, but he does still have that 3-second penalty to serve. He's going to have to get a move on. So I'm on board with Harv now. Jim still just 3.5 tenths behind short Marcus. We've got another yellow flag in sector 1. It's a Ferrari. It's Savkov and Cyberspace are both out of the race. Now we know we're not going to get a safety car with 1 lap to go. This game will not allow that to happen. So we're still going to be racing. I'm sure Harv is going to want to get a move done on Fatir. DRS will be activated the next lap.
Did they collide?
I don't know. I didn't see what happened. I just saw 2 drivers out. So we're down to 11 drivers. H. Taylor is up to 8th. He is ahead of Sanchez, but Sanchez will have a penalty to be removed. Is the key part here. So where are we going to be sitting with this? Let's see. Sanchez constantly losing time. He's 5 seconds down after 2 laps. I think H. Taylor is going to get a point, but Jim doing all he can to keep up with Marcus. Both of them using every cent of ERS they've got. In their 40s already after 2 laps. Now Jim is going to have DRS for the last lap of the race. Where is this going to leave us? Who's going to take the checker flag? Is it going to be Jim? Is it going to be Marcus? We will know in 200 seconds. Jim is going to have DRS into the straight. But he's not able to make it work. He's not able to utilise it, and he's not going to get past Marcus into turn 4.
This is Marcus's race to lose.
This is very much Marcus's race to lose, but how many times have you lost a race with DRS in the final straight against you at Baku? I know I've lost it twice. And I hate it. And unfortunately, I see it happening here. We also got a battle between Denmark, Mitch and HT for 6th on the track. Denmark is going to be massively at risk here from his teammate Mitch, and I don't think he's going to be able to hold him off. Taylor has that 3-second penalty to serve, so he's not a danger, but he's going to need to get every second he can, who right now is 3 seconds ahead of Antonius picks up a penalty. Mitch has lost it. Mitch has lost it, and he's down to 11th. I'm going to sit on board now with the battle again for first as we come into the last sector. Jim is not using his ERS yet. I think this is Marcus. This is going to be Marcus. Marcus is going to get the race win here. I'm on board with Harvey, who's right on the back of FTH. FTH is out of VRS, but Harvey's not. I don't think Harvey's going to make it. This is going to be Marcus, Jim, Batir, Harv, Towney, Denmark. H. Taylor will cross the line, but will he drop to 8th? H. Taylor takes 7th, and Tony drops to 9th. TRM Eat My Dust is 8th. Sanchez is 10th, and that is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at the Baku Street Circuit for OBF1 Tier 1. Wow. Just wow. Wow.
Shots first. Little Jim second.
No. Yes, Little Jim second. Fatir third. I have 4th.
Yeah, I need top 3.
Towney is in 5th in the Aston Martin. Denmark 6th. H. Taylor picking up 7th and the fastest lap, so that is 7 points, dropping 18 points to Marcus, who will retake the championship lead. Tier1 Meet My Dust in 8th, Antonis in 9th, and Sanchez rounding off the top 10, taking the last point. So that is our OBF1 racing on a Wednesday night done and dusted. So well done to all the drivers today. Hope you've enjoyed the comms and you've enjoyed the racing. This is Pete and Kieran, who have been commentating on Tier 1 and racing in Tier 2. We hope you've all had a great night, and we'll catch you again on the flip side. Until now, have a great weekend, guys. Bye.